So, clapping is open.
You'll have to stop it now.
Welcome, everyone. Lovely to be with you tonight. And we are going to have a lovely meditation together, ultimately. Last week, I think, Vara, I remember who you are. You might have talked about the right side and when the liver gets heated up, when you think too much, and also the Swadhisthana chakra. So did you dwell a bit on the these power points we have within us?
We did a little bit, yeah, and Shri Mataji expanded way more.
So I think from that point, we're going to have a little dwell on what happens with the left side imbalances. So I guess we can kind of go over again, what is left side and right side? What do we mean by this?
Just something occurred to me, Lynn, was I telling you about this book that I was...
Oh.
The Pilgrim's Progress?
Yeah.
So there is this book called The Pilgrim's Progress, written by John Bunyan in the 1600s. I was reading it, and there is this phrase that have you ever heard of this phrase called the Slough of Despond?
Say it again.
Slough of Despond.
Slave of...
Slough, S-L-O, slough, whatever. How are they?
Slough, as in S-L-O-U-G-H?
The Slough of Despond. Have you heard of that word?
No, but it sounds good, like washing off despondency, is it?
No, it's like falling into it.
Oh, falling into it.
Falling into it. Oh. So I thought that was a pretty good explanation of what happens when your left side is... In Sahaja Yoga terminology, when we say you're left-sided, usually we allude to the negative aspect of the left side, because left side is important for us to have.
Left side is your desire, and that
and the emotions and the feelings and so on.
Yeah, and the things of the past and things negative is usually what you mean
when you say left-sided.
Yeah.
But we don't want everyone to think that left side has no positive things. The fact that we can look at the sunrise and appreciate it, the fact that we can look at a tree and just go completely, wow, what a creation. That's all coming from left side, right?
Isn't that feeling of joy? I know it comes from your heart, but that's from the left side, that feeling.
The heart is on the left.
The heart is on the left. Yeah, it's pretty good.
So that is the when a left side is in balance, then you see beauty in anything that you do in that sense. Like, you look at a flower and you kind of, wow, no, what a creation.
That slide that we had on while we're having our starting music is quite good to explain.
You might want to read it out because no one can see it.
That's the witness state, but I just was particularly looking at the picture of the pebbles all sitting on top of each other. And it's kind of a little bit like...
I see what you mean, yeah.
All your energy centers or your centers of power.
When in balance, yeah.
If they're not perfectly balanced,
then
it all topples over. So I thought
that's a good one.
Yeah, a good analogy.
It is actually. That got me a little bit. What a beautiful analogy.
Which was just there.
It's there.
Spontaneously.
So on that slough, so how do you slough? Did you say slough or despond?
I don't even know this word. If anyone on Zoom knows this word, please give us a definition and a spelling.
So I know the spelling. I don't know how to say it.
Oh, okay. So tell us.
I probably can say it in my cute Indian accent, but I don't know if it's right.
The spelling?
S-L-O-U-G-H.
Oh.
Of despond.
It sounds a little bit like buffing something, but it's not.
So I think it's more like definitely not slouch. it's like a pit, I think you can say. So in any case, the idea is that there is this pilgrim who is going towards say heaven, kingdom, self-realization. So it's on the journey to get that.
Yeah.
You can call him a seeker. On his way, he just falls into this whole big, you can call it slough or big pit. And then there is all mud and he's going down and so on. And then he's hearing all these voices where, no, you're so bad, this doesn't work. You're going to die, this is bad, maybe you should just go home, don't worry about this thing. Only because you are going towards this path of liberation.
Yeah.
This happened. If you just stayed at home, you didn't have any of these problems. You could be just watching your TV or whatever. Like, this is 1600s, probably not TV.
Yeah. No.
You could just be sitting with your family and having fun. And then all this little voice comes like, good. kind of thing, I'm going to eat you kind of voice, and very creepy, right? But then if you think about it, if this pilgrim fell into the trap and then went back home,
Yeah.
the journey would not have progressed. So there's a lot of these allegories in that. It's fascinating. I mean, this person, I can go on about the guy who was put in prison for talking about the truth because he was a non-conformist, according to some king's thing. So that I felt is the slough of despond is what we fall into at times. Something that we want doesn't work out. In the exact way that we want it to work out, it doesn't work out. And then you get depressed.
Netflix
and you're like,
again.
Huh?
Netflixing.
So this is a left side thing.
Yeah.
So this is funny example I keep talking about, when you're into that, when you're in that despondency, you are going to work on it. Let's say bus.
Yeah.
You miss the bus.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't want to miss the bus.
So when you miss the bus, there is one thing you can think. If you're in the center, you're like, probably meant to be, God knows what I was saved from. Or you can think,
nothing works.
This whole world is against me.
Yeah.
Or you take your car and then you're 1 minute late. Or your car doesn't start. So if you're in that, into that despondency, you keep blaming everything, yourself, other people, and so on. And that you can sit and say, you can do this affirmation: I am not despondent. I am good. I'm good. I'm good. It just doesn't work out unless we get our self-realization, I suppose.
Yeah, and do you think it's just as simple as going into the feeling instead of the thinking? But I guess if you're in the left side, you're going to be not feeling good. But if you raise up that energy, raise your power up, then it brings you in the present. So therefore, that's all you need to do, actually.
No, you're right. The only, when we talk of feelings, I just thought of this sort of a razor's edge.
Yeah.
Because I feel the feeling because I feel it. I feel the feeling because I feel it. It just takes you into the trap. I
guess it's got to be feel it in your heart.
And
rather than feeling it in your...
And it can only happen.
Feeling it in your stomach where you're getting angry.
No, that makes sense. Because I think what you're alluding to before is only if you get your self-realization.
Yeah.
There are no two ways about it.
Yeah.
Until
most of us here have got our self-realization, but we need to nurture it, grow it.
Right. And then once you are aligned with, once your spirit is aligned with all-pervading spirit, then perhaps when we feel something, we don't just naturally think we are feeling the right thing.
Well, then the words of this last slide have a meaning.
Can you have a read?
Which you all have probably read it 10 times, but let's go there. The witness state is not a mental state. That's actually big. It is a state of spiritual ascent where you become a witness. The best way to practice the witness state is not to criticize anyone. Big one. Wow. The best way to practice the witness state is not to criticize anyone. That's actually big. Shri Mataji said this, by the way, not anyone else. That's big because you're not witnessing if you're criticizing someone.
Yeah, you're busy doing that.
Yeah.
So you can't witness.
No. But Auntie, I have a question. If someone is getting criticized, how that person can be in the witness state?
Exactly.
Wait a sec. If someone is getting criticized, if you're the recipient of criticism.
Not we doing, but if someone is doing, how then we can have the witness state?
The witness state of the person being criticized, or the witness state of the person doing the criticizing?
Being criticized.
Being criticized.
If you're being criticized and you're in the witness state, then all you think is, oh, you've got a problem, you keep criticizing. As opposed to falling into the slough of dependency.
Despondency. I think Lynn's quote was about the person criticizing, the one giving it. Your question is about person receiving it.
The person receiving it.
So that's how he can defend himself.
No, there's this, you don't have to defend.
Or maybe like how to, not that, I think that's the wrong word maybe, how to be in the witness state when you're being criticized.
that is the other side of the coin.
So if, I
Question.
mean, for me, a practical answer would be like, if somebody is criticizing me and there is truth to it, then obviously I take that on board. And maybe not at that moment, I might not be very happy, but I take that on board and maybe correct. But if somebody is criticizing which is not true, then you actually don't have to worry about it because it's not true.
Yeah. So you have
not easy, but I think with practice it comes.
Yeah, you have to immediately introspect.
And that can only happen
decide if that's something I need to work on and not do again, or, oh, okay, they're into criticizing, nothing to do with me.
And this thing that you just said, immediately, you said immediately introspect.
Immediately introspect, because...
And is that immediate introspection possible when you're not generally in the witness state? It's not.
If you're not in the witness state, there's no chance, is there?
No. Because it's natural.
You're reacting.
If somebody is criticizing, your natural instinct, animal instinct is to not be happy about it.
Yes, and that's interesting you say the animal instinct, because we're trying to become spiritual people, and we've all been animals.
Yeah, we
and
have.
Sometimes, if we're not going upwards, we're going backwards.
What
and
time?
we're animals, so we pick up our animal instincts again.
What time is it? There is just...
Yeah.
No, because there's something interesting that I heard from someone I really respect. It's a friend.
6:20.
It's okay. I can tell this. We
won't talk much longer.
We all have our default toolbox.
Yeah.
Right? As in, let's say my default toolbox is to react, right? Immediately someone says like reaction.
Yeah.
And then I'll have a go at that person. And I've seen some people's default is just absorb whatever people says. I mean, they'll probably cook inside.
Well, I have why did they say that? What did I do?
Yeah, right.
Why, or I'm in trouble.
Yeah, right. And mine will be like, how dare you, mate? Kind of thing.
You are. Right? Interesting.
So when it's very hard to, but there are times where you have to do this, when this.
Yeah, actually.
What is the lady's name? In the US, Rosa Parks, was it? Who did not give her seat. What's her name? Rosa Parks?
Sounds Rosa, yeah.
Yeah. So she was in the bus, and at that time, Africans had to stand up and walk away.
Yeah, you're not allowed to even go on the
side. So she didn't stand up and walk away. She stood for it.
Yeah.
So there are times you do that, and there are times you let go.
Yeah.
Right? If somebody is coming with a knife, like, I'm going to kill your baby if you don't give me the seat, you just go. You don't stand there and stand for it. So there are that, and horses for courses. So
I guess you've got to feel empowered for that. Means your connection's got to be strong, and you feel you should.
What to do? What is apt for that moment?
Yeah.
And that I think is
that's where we're trying to go.
Yes. And I'm not saying that you and I are that. But I think I probably would say...
We keep practicing, trying to be.
If 9 out of 10 times before I was not witnessing, maybe now I'll probably witness 3 out of 10 times. Still 1 to 3.
There is progress.
There is progress. All right.
But why don't we listen to the talk of the founder of Sahaja Yoga, Shri Mataji. We have been listening to this talk. This is the third 15-minute segment. And it's quite interesting. It's a really interesting talk from 1981. So with full technological capability, I'll put that on. Okay. So we're just getting the video happening. We need our technical expert to get the TV on, I guess.
No, it is on.
Oh, it's there. Okay, a wonderful thing has happened, and I am going to move my mouse into the right spot. And I haven't shared yet. So I have to go up,
and then towards your left.
Towards my left. Oh, got it. I'm learning lots of stuff here, which is good, and sharing with you, everyone. You want to go to the right.
Such liver patients have biliousness and they suffer from very bad attention. Their attention is very bad. Now, the another thing we have done, stupidly, I don't know from where it has come, I don't know, but it has come to India also, that we have to use our eyes not for flirting. We have not to use them for sex activity. They are not for sex activity. I don't know from where this idea has come that the eye should be used for sex activity. So the whole sex system is upset. Then your eyes are upset and you cannot keep your attention in level. Plus your liver is out, so your attention is finished. Today only somebody came to see me, an architect. I was trying to tell him something. He could not listen, he could not hear me. It was nothing in his head. Nothing could go into his head because his attention was like this all the time. He was only knowing what he has to say. He was saying it again and again and again and again. I then stopped talking. Then he realized that he is not listening to me. This is what happens to you when your attention goes like that. Now when attention is lost, your attention is not that, you become like a madman. It's a funny thing to talk to someone. You're talking to someone who's looking that side, looking that thing. Nothing is registered. 1/10 of what you say doesn't, nothing is registered. When attention is lost, only knowing what he and again and again and again. I then stopped talking. Then he realized that he's not listening to me. This is what happens to you when your attention goes like that. Now when attention is lost, your attention is not that, you become like a madman. It's a funny thing to talk to someone. You're talking to someone who's looking that side, looking that thing. Nothing is registered. 1/10 of what you say doesn't, nothing is registered. So such a person cannot know anything what is happening. Now this Swadhisthana chakra, when you fail it in the way that you always start thinking, you're flirting, you're using it for some another purpose, then what happens? Your liver goes out, your kidneys go out, that's why high blood pressure. You get your pancreas out of gear, so you get diabetes, then you get also spleen into trouble. Spleen is the most dangerous thing. When it is out of gear, it troubles you much more because that is the one which regulates your timing. It's the timekeeper. Now the people who early in the morning will read a newspaper, as it is, newspaper should not be read in the morning time. It's such a shocking thing. They believe in giving you sensations, you see, and you are so much used to sensations that unless you have some sensational news, you don't like it. So they try to find out some sensations, and when you get the sensation, what happens? That you get shocked. After all, you are a human being. You are not a stone that you won't be shocked. You are shocked. Then you have to take your food, go to your office in time. Now you start up. You start driving mad on the way. Maybe you are in a bus or whatever, you're thinking, now how will I reach the office? All the time you are hectic. That time maybe you are eating your breakfast on your way and thinking that I'll finish the breakfast. Now this is a very hectic way of life. When you are hectic, the spleen does not know how to react to your hectic activities and it starts becoming crazy, it does not know how to act, and that's how the vulnerability for the blood cancer is set into your system in the spleen. So we are in for blood cancer. Now whatever you may try for blood cancer, you do this, you do that, whatever you may try, it will again set in. Because the machine that is set that way works that way. You may take out the blood, put another blood, do what you like. Ultimately, you will find he'll again get it. So you have not gone beyond the cause. Now the cause is hectic behavior. You cannot get over hectic behavior because you are used to it. From childhood you have been a hectic person. There are mothers who are so hectic that the children get blood cancer. Mothers who are very planning tired, this should be like this, it's so good, everything should be such that they set themselves up as if they are going to shoot off to moon. You see, the car key should be there, this should be there. Such a process of militarization or sort of putting a human being into a mechanization and making them into a machine-like thing makes you so hectic. Because your body cannot take that nonsense. It cannot. It's a human body. Must understand it's a delicate human body created with love and affection, and here you are making it into a machinery. You cannot make a machine out of it. And once you start to make a machine, the body reacts. And as a reaction to that, the spleen is vulnerable for your cancer and other diseases, which can be very dangerous. So when we do hectic activities, it happens. So then we say, all right, let us go get up, give up this habit of hectic nature. You cannot. Even if you want, you cannot. You cannot do it. Because by temperament you are like that. I have seen people who, once they see the airport, they go off their head. If they are carrying some luggage with them, they forget it, they don't know what. And they can notice also that when they go to the airport or to any busy place, to the station or any place where they have to catch a bus, they go off their heads. The reason is the mind is now set that way. You cannot change it. You cannot change that mind. By whatever thing you try, today you will say, all right, no hecticness, slowly I'll sit down, have my food, let my wife fan me, with that rhythm I'll eat. That's not possible. And you'll say in modern times how to do it. It's true, you cannot. Now what to do? At that time, you have to become the spirit. If you become the spirit, the nature of spirit is such that it is restful. You live with peace. Whatever may be the hectic activity outside, you are at peace with yourself. There's no problem about it. Like you are going, say, into the water, you see the waves, you are frightened of it. The waves are rising and falling. You see the waves, you are frightened of it. But supposing you are in the boat and you know that you are in the boat, then what happens? You enjoy it. You are no more hectic, you are not bothered, and you remain in that silent position. And whatever may be the way you live, whatever may be the styles one has to adopt because of his circumstances in these modern times, he is at peace with himself. That's how he can put down all these problems of hecticness, of problems of imbalances within himself. The another thing happens is that a person who becomes realized, first of all becomes nirvichara at this Agya Chakra, means there is no thought. When there is no thought, there is no wasteful energy going out. Because those people who think, one thinking like, you see there's yarn and yarns of thinking going on, the thought is all the time bothering you so much that this thought cannot be stopped. No doctor can stop the thought unless and they give some injections. But even then the thought is there. Even when you are sleeping, your thought is there. Tranquilizers, the thought is still there. So what do? At that time you have to become nirvichar. If I say you become nirvichar, you cannot. You cannot. So when you become nirvichar, what happens to you? That there's a thought from the future, thought from the past, all these thoughts, you are jumping on the cusp of the thoughts. But what happens to really to you is that in the center of the thought is the present where you just still yourself. There is no thought. No thought. When there is no thought, the wasteful energy of thinking goes away. So the stored energy of thinking is such a lot that you don't have to worry. Whenever you want to think about something, you go into a dimension which nobody has known. All the great artists, all the great creators have been realized. Name any one of them. They have been all great realized souls. You can make them out by their vibrations. Like we can say the Michelangelo. Michelangelo was a realized soul. You can see from whatever he has created emits vibrations. Any great writer you tell me, they were all realized souls who have given a substantial amount of reality to human beings. And these are the people who have felt the existence of that peace within themselves, have lived with them, gone through all kinds of bad experiences, but have kept peace with themselves. That's why self-realization is a very important thing for people who have to think and who have to plan. Now the planning you do is also a planning which is very defective. As I told you yesterday, the futuristic people try to plan out too much, do this, do that. That also is responsible for sometimes bad health. Because you plan something. You plan that I will take this and do that. But it doesn't materialize. It doesn't materialize. It just, you feel frustrated with it. Because it does not materialize. Because you plan it at a time where you are not integrated with the whole. You are planning on your own, on a very particular area which doesn't cover the whole. Once you plan the whole thing in such a way that you know the plan of the divine, then it's much easier. I'll give you my own example. I never plan. There's no planning needed for me at all, because I know what is the plan is. Like yesterday they wanted me to go to Jaipur. And they said, Mother, we want to go to Jaipur. So they were trying here, there. And they said, no, there's no plane ticket, there's no this ticket. They came to me and they told me. I said, all right, doesn't matter. Next moment we phoned, we received that they are already booked. Now how it has worked out? You go beyond thought. You go beyond the realm of cause. What was the cause? Was congestion, this, that. You just go beyond that, it works out. But it is not easy to understand with your mental activity. You cannot, because mental activity is limited. I am talking of the unlimited. The unlimited is so tremendous, it is so effective, that to go beyond the cause is the only way you can master the whole thing. Otherwise you cannot. You try anything else, any other method or any theory, it will not work out. And you can go there. I'll give you another simple example. There was a Sahaja Yoga, and she was going on in a very busy autobahn, means a big road which was carrying big lorries and big vehicles. And she lost her control over the brake or something. And she got very much worried because, you see, from all the sides the cars were coming. She knew that within a few minutes she'll be finished. And there was another one with her. So just she closed her eyes, she said, Mother, now it's finished, you look after. And when she opened her eyes, she saw her car going to the side of the road. And there it was standing. And she was surprised. You see, she saw the brake was all. Now you won't believe this. It is not to be believed, because with this brain it is not possible. You have to see yourself these things. This Dr. Warren didn't tell you what happened with him also. On the matter also, you can go beyond cause, because the matter is controlled by something. If you become that, if you become the divine, then you control the matter. You do control, but you do not so chamatkaras and all that. That nonsense you don't do. But you see it working out this way. Like when Dr. Warren got his realization, he was surprised that such a great thing has come and that we should give realization to people, and he was very enthusiastic. When he went back to Australia, he found that he had very little petrol in the car. He said, all right, doesn't matter, we'll drive the car. 21 days there was strife. And 21 days is a record. You can see, find out. He visited places, he went round, he talked to people, and when he went to the station, gas station, they said it's all full. Now you may say, how can it be? It is miraculous. God is miraculous. Divinity is miraculous. Because it cannot conceive, this brain cannot conceive. Doesn't mean that there is no miracle of God. He's so miraculous that if you start seeing his miracles, you'll be amazed. That's why Krishna said, Yoga Kshema Vahamyam. First you get to yoga, then I'll look after. How he manages? Because you go beyond cause. You just go beyond cause. Now it has appeared in London papers about one of the miracles that Sahaja Yoga has done, that there was a meeting in Bedford where I was speaking. And it was about 8 o'clock. The meeting started 7 o'clock like this, and with lots of people for that meeting. And one boy fell down from a bridge about 18, 19 feet down below, absolutely down, with his motorbike. And the people saw him falling down. So they sent for an ambulance. The ambulance came in, but they saw the boy walking up nicely. They were quite surprised. When he came in the car, in the ambulance, they asked him, how is it you are walking? Nothing is wrong with you. No, I'm all right, I'm cured. They said, cured? Who cured you? He said, I'll tell you, the hospital. The police had come and everything was there, and he gave a statement that I cured by an Indian lady who wears a white sari and has a white Mercedes. So actually they said there was no white Mercedes, there was no Indian lady, nothing, he's just telling you something. But doctors were amazed because nothing was broken, there was no blood, nothing. They were surprised. So it appeared in the newspapers later on. When he saw my photograph, he said, this is the lady who did it. But at that time, I was speaking to so many as a witness. Now then they asked him, what did you say? He said, I just said, Holy Mother, please help. That's all he said. He said, I just said, Holy Mother, please. It is in the newspaper. Of course, the newspaper abroad are not so funny as they are here. I mean, here, the newspaper people are neither here nor there. Neither they are modern nor they are ancient. I don't know where they are hanging because I don't know what they are looking for. The people there have printed all this in a newspaper and they said that this was a miracle. We did not understand. Another example is there was a lady who was suffering from a disease where she would not get out of her house. at any cost. She was so frightened, she would just sit in one room and would go to the bathroom, stay there, eat her food, and she didn't go out for days together. So everybody was surprised that this lady, what's the matter with her, that she cannot be cured. Doctors came, gave her tranquilizers, this, that, whatever they could lay their hands onto, they tried. And it was surprising that she would not budge. So the newspaper people just came to test me, and they said, there's a lady who cannot come to your program, then can you help her? I said, really? I can, but can you get her photograph? So they showed me the photograph. I said, all right, it's all right, you go home. They went home. And then next day, I told them, leave her alone for 8 days. But they were mischievous, so they went to see her. Next day, she had gone out on the moors for a walk with her husband. And it's all in the newspaper. And they said the guru that fulfilled the promise, see. And the one who had not done for years had done it. Now, what did I do? I did nothing. I looked at her photograph. That's all I can tell you. I did not do anything whatsoever. But I stand at a point which is beyond the cause.
So what might be nice now is just to go beyond the cause, and for those of us who've already had our realization, maybe we can together go through the realization process so that if you're online for the first time, you can catch up, and we'll have a nice meditation together. Do you want to take us through that, Clara?
Yeah. So it's quite straightforward in that sense. So if you can take your shoes off, put your feet on the ground, both hands on the lap. And I'll ask you to move your left hand on the lap doesn't move. So your right hand will move to different parts of your body. If you're not sure where your hand should be, you can open your eyes and look at what I'm doing. But then once you're done, please keep your eyes closed. So let's put our right hand on the heart. Just try and bring your attention into your heart. From wherever your mind is, try and bring it to your heart. And everything that I say, please repeat that several times in your heart. Here we ask ourselves a very simple but fundamental question. Mother, am I the spirit? Interestingly, the way to go beyond the causes of all our issues or problems or challenges, is to recognize that we have a spirit. Let that spirit be aligned with the all-pervading energy. So here we say, Mother, am I the spirit? Mother, am I the spirit? Let's put our hand on the left side of our stomach. And here we ask ourselves another fundamental question. several times. Mother, am I my own master? Mother, am I my own master? Mother, am I my own master? Now we put our hand on the left side, on the corner where our leg meets the stomach. Press a little bit, and here we ask, in all humility, like a student, Mother, please give me pure knowledge. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. Let's put our right hand on the left side of the stomach again. And here, with full confidence, in humility, we say, Mother, I am my own master. Mother, I am my own master. Mother, I am my own master. Put our right hand on the heart. Now, if we remove all these artificial layers that become part of our identity, based on the country that we are born, color, creed, profession we are into, the relationships that we fulfill in our lives. We remove all those layers. We fundamentally are the pure spirit. In that freedom, we can say, Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am the Atma. Now let's place our right hand on the left side of the neck with our fingertips touching our spine. And we turn our head towards the right shoulder. Here we say, Mother, I'm not guilty. This affirmation, it decouples us from our past. And liberates us. Mother, I'm not guilty. Mother, I'm not guilty. Place the center of our right palm on the back of the head. Lift our head towards the ceiling. We keep our eyes closed. Here we ask forgiveness from the Almighty. Mother, please forgive me for all my mistakes. Mother, please forgive me for all my mistakes. Let's place our center of our right palm on top of the head. Press it down a little bit. And here we ask with a pure desire, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Apologies, I missed one step that is quite important. We place the center of our palm on the forehead, bend a bit forward. And here you ask, Mother, now we say, Mother, I forgive everyone. Mother, I forgive myself. Mother, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. Detach yourself from all the grudges you may hold against any person, situation. And then say, Mother, I forgive everyone. Mother, I forgive myself. Mother, I forgive everyone. Mother, I forgive myself. Now you place your hand on top of the head. Mother, please give my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Let your attention be where your hand is touching. please give me my self-realization. When you feel your attention is within yourself, we can put your hand back on the lap. While you are in this state of peace, observe any physical sensations on your palms or on top of your head. There could be little tingling sensations on your fingertips or a bit of heat. Or the experience of self-realization, which could be a nice, gentle, cool breeze. Over to you, Lynn. Slowly open our eyes.
That's very nice, Lana. Thank you. Hope you're all feeling suitably chilled and nice. What might be good is to do our usual balancing and deepening of our meditation, and also we'll be showing you, if it's your first time, how to do that. And we'll finish with how to do the short form of going into meditation, means just using our hands, so we're not thinking or saying anything, we're using our hands, but we'll finish with that. In the meantime, let's just stay in the meditative mood. We'll clear our left side first, so we do that by dropping the right hand towards the earth. So we're asking Mother Earth, Mother Nature, to please clear my left channel. Simply that, and keeping our attention, our focus at the top of our head, the limbic area and above. So where your hand was when you asked for your self-realization. Mother Nature, please clear my left side. So our Mother Kundalini will do all that work for us. And we might just notice that left hand on our lap, so the one that we're asking to be cleared is open on our lap, and the other one's directing towards the element. Lots of birds here at the moment. Towards the earth, which is sucking out any imbalance from our left side. Nice deep breaths. Gently coaxing our focus back up to the top of our head. If it wanders away, that's okay, but we can bring it back up, just gently focusing above the top of our head. I hope you can feel that gentle, light breeze in the center of your palm. So let's move over to the right side. So we'll bring the right hand on the lap, hand open on your lap, and the left hand then will funnel any heat from our right side, our action, into the air. I think you can also call it. There's another name for the air. The Akash. Ether, into the ether. So we're asking Mother Nature to please absorb any heat, any overactivity from my right side. So with our deep breathing, we're also clearing our heart center. Deep breath, hold it for a bit at the top of the breath, and then just letting it out slowly, deeply. And then hold it for a minute when you've emptied, just hold it for a bit. Then taking it in deeply again. Do it a couple of times, holding it at the top and letting it out slowly. It's completely empty, just hold that for a bit. Last time. And in, holding the full lung and letting it out again. So our attention is at the top of our head. We're asking Mother Nature, Mother Kundalini, please give me the nirvichara, the silent state. Just be aware of that left hand feeling cool, the right hand in your lap. The center of the palm should be feeling very delicately cool. Might be a bit warm if you're clearing out a lot of things of the day, but ultimately you want it to go cool. And bringing the two hands down now in your lap. But just with the right hand, let's just press down on the top of our head and give it a little massage. We'll just have 5 minutes meditation extra with music. So we've got a raga for the heart chakra. Just feel that flow on top of your head, wherever it is. You can raise the hand up, bring it close. So wherever you can feel that gentle flow, keep your focus or your attention there and bring the two hands open in your lap. And just listening to the rag that I'll share with you now while your focus is at the top of your head. We'll just slowly open our eyes. And just to conclude our meditation, Vara, you're far into deep meditation, I feel.
Sorry, thank you.
We'll do the raising of our Kundalini and our protection bandhan, which is your short form of meditating. You do this to start your meditation and to finish your meditation. So here's us finishing our meditation with raising our Kundalini. It's our left hand of desire, right hand of actions. The right one winds around it. Left is going up straight. Eyes are on the left hand. And we tie a knot. So we really want to keep it up there. Second time, we've got 3 channels, so we do it 3 times. Still focusing on that left hand right up high, 2 knots. And we'll complete the job with the 3rd raising of our Kundalini energy, 3 knots this time, 3 channels up high. And then you'll feel that nice coolness in the center of your palms, and we're going to protect our subtle system, all of our chakras, with our right hand, and those nice vibrations are going to flow over our body, over and back. So a little rainbow over us. So for each of our energy centers, our power centers, will go over and back. So 7 times over and back. And if you kind of do it with focus, you can just feel your meditation. You can feel your beyond the cause. It's nice. So that's literally all you need to do to start and finish your meditation, which it's good to do every day.
Yeah.
Twice a day, where possible. I'm sure Pretty does it more than twice a day.
Well, we remain in the meditation, isn't it?
Or remain in the meditative state. Good answer. But if you have any questions, we love to get a question. If you're a Zoomer, you can definitely ask us on the chat. If you're on YouTube, well, you can get creative. You can send us a message on WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, yeah.
And we'd be happy to answer any questions. But thank you for joining us, and that was a lovely meditation with you all. And we'll finish off that talk next week. It's so interesting, isn't it?
Next week, yeah.
Next week it'll finish off, I'm guessing.
Oh, I was just thinking during the, not during the talk, but just
He wasn't.
is that, some of those words Shri Mataji uses,
Oh yeah, Nirvichara.
Nirvichar,
Which is
like, in the Western sense, when you say not having thoughts is almost like being dumb.
yes.
So the literal meaning of it is nirvichar. So nir plus vichar,
Yes.
the absence of thought is nirvichar. We call it thoughtlessness.
We're learning Sanskrit here as well.
So it's very interesting that, because it's a big deal. Like if you ask, Shri Mataji, because she just gives it to us, it's nothing for her, but it is a big deal. Like if you ask ourselves, when was the last time you had an absence of thought in your mind? It's all the answer, I think 9.9 times out of 10, it's never.
Well, when you see a lovely sunset or sunrise, or you have that moment where it goes whoosh, you feel lovely. Okay, it's very quick.
Interesting you say that. I was at the Gold Coast recently.
Yeah.
The number of people who were busy capturing that moment while missing it at the same time.
Yeah.
I want to capture it on my phone while I miss the real thing. It's funny.
I was a bit guilty of that myself. Because, we're in Canberra, as you can see by our title on the Zoom. We're landlocked, so we don't get to see the sea.
That's
so
your
when we get to the sea, we've got to take lots of selfies.
Fair enough.
But yeah, if you're in a meditative mood, perhaps you won't want to do that.
Or maybe I should also admit the truth that I went to the sea 2 days. One day I captured on the phone. The second day I didn't take the phone.
Yeah.
So it was okay.
It can be risky taking the phone to the sea if you're not an experienced seagoer.
No questions?
I don't think we've got any. Have we got any questions, Surrender?
No.
No. So everyone's thoughtless. Good job, everyone. And see you next week. Thank you. I'll put a little bit of music on and say au revoir.
Right.
I think, what can I share with you? Let's see. Oh, I didn't share that music, did I? Did I actually not share it?
I think you shared. It came from here.
Oh, good.
Could have shared.
All right. Get the blanket. Okay. All right, I'm going to
Ask him.
Got something coming. I know, promises, promises.
न तातो न माता न बन्धुर्न ताता न पुत्रो न पुत्री न भृत्यो न भर्ता न जाया न वेद्या न वृत्तिर्ममैव कतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि कतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि भवद्भावपारे महादुःखभीरु पपाथा प्रकामे प्रलोभे प्रमथा कसंसारपाश प्रबधा सदाहम् गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि न जानामि ध्यानं न च ध्यानयोगम् न जानामि तन्त्रं न च स्तोत्रमन्त्रम् न जानामि पूजं न च न्यासयोगम् गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि न जानामि पुण्यं न जानामि तीर्थम् न जानामि मुक्तिं लयं वा कदाचित् न जानामि भक्तिं वृतं वापि माता।
We'll leave it there. Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining once again. Good night.
त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका